Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hello, Queen Jolene, how are you? Thank you for the likes, Janine, I appreciate it. I'm just trying to get myself set up here on Instagram Live. For some reason, it's been glitchy. Hi, Sissy, good afternoon. There we go, now we got Instagram going. Hi, Supriya, how are you? Hi, Javitha, how are you? Hi, Erica. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Kath. There we go. We're finally going. You know, Mercury retrograde pre-shadow glitches. Tried to get live on Instagram and all of a sudden it wouldn't connect. But it's all good. It's all good. Hi, Dana. How are you? Hi, Mel. Yeah, the blonde came out very nice. I'm very happy. Hi, Sarah. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Yes, collective reading. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Hi, Anne. How are you? You're welcome. I appreciate it. Hi, Herman. You like my hair straight? You know what's funny? I used to wear my hair straight all the time. And then, I don't know, then I stopped. But when my hair is kind of like this short, then I don't mind at all. Hi, Claudia. That's okay. No worries, Sylvia. Have a wonderful day. You're welcome, Steph. I hope you're having a good day. Happy birthday. Hello. Mostly good, a little tired and headache. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, the good parts are good, right? Yeah, the Schumann resonance thing. I mean, the energy, of course, is intense. Thank you, Mayor David. I appreciate it. Your second live in 2 days, Becca? Amazing. Are you seeing people who they really are for who they are? That's the energy right now. A lot of things are coming through for sure. We're doing a general collective reading, Katie, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. We'll talk about the energies. You feel exhausted too, Nick. Yeah. You know what? Sorry, my flyaways. This is the thing on my hair so straight. I get all the flyaways. Yeah, you know, like I feel the day has been quite crazy actually. A lot of back and forth, a lot of glitches or miscommunications. It's been an interesting day, that's for sure. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change it up. Thank you, Becca. That's very kind of you. I did get a haircut. Yes, I did. Salut, ça va bien aujourd'hui? Hi, Anne. Yeah, you do. You do. Thanks for sending me the pickle references. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy with the color. It's blonder than usual, which makes me happy. That makes me happy. Thank you. Now you're on both. Perfect. Nice, Air. Nice to see you. So tell me how you're feeling today, everybody. I understand the exhaustion, a little bit of the tension. I mean, we have a full moon in Capricorn. You know what I was saying to some people today? I feel like the calendar's off by a day. Like to me, the full moon, or I shouldn't say the full moon. I know the full moon is Wednesday. But to me, oh no, see, there you go. I'm making the mistake again. Thursday. Why do I feel like it's one day later than it is? Anybody else having that feeling? Hi, Ravi. I'm from Toronto, Canada. It's been a weird day, Katie? Yeah, it is a bit of a weird day. You feel depressed and a little bit of anxiety. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, full moon energy is purging, surrendering, letting go. Yeah, you had the same thing. So sent to wrong appointment on the wrong day. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. The bright blonde. I do love a bright blonde. That is true. It's a weird day to you. Yeah, it is. Hi, Ishira. How are you? You feel the anxiety. Yeah, it's a very like weird feeling where again, I have been saying the full moon, Wednesday, Wednesday. It's not Wednesday, it's Thursday. But there's something about it. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. So I don't know. There's definitely you made a big decision and felt a release. Good. I mean, that's what this is all about right now is letting go, you know? Yeah, Nick just said, revelations coming forward, mourning the past a little bit, but moving forward. Totally get it. Hi, Eliana. Nice to see you. I'm well, thank you. Oh, there goes my light caught it just as it was about to fall. Jeez, jeez, as my grandmother used to say, the longest jeez you've ever heard in your entire life. Yeah, I understand, Anne. We're not doing paid readings here today, Anna. I do private readings or like recorded readings if there's something you'd like. But this is going to be a general collective reading. You feel tense in relationships. Yep, not surprised. I think there is a bit of grief in the air, to be honest with you, Nick. I agree in general. I think a lot of us are feeling grief. I have it too. I have it too. You know? You feel alone, Ravi? I'm sorry to hear that. Not necessarily how lunar cycles affect things. I would look at astrology websites or videos. Hi, Melly. How are you? Good to see you too. Thank you, Sanu. I appreciate it. Yeah, geez. Or geez. Somebody, Nick is referring to like geez, as in like geez, or geez. Somebody asked me the other day on YouTube if I had G's, if I had G cups, and I'm thinking to myself, do I look like I do? I mean, please don't answer that. It's a rhetorical question, but like, you know, it was memorable. It was a memorable question. Jeez. Yeah, jeez. That gives a whole new meaning to jeez, as my grandmother used to say. Oh, Naveen, thank you. Hi, Kazaya. Yeah, you feel the grief? A lot happened? Oh, you're kidding me. He's been in the eye. Oh my gosh, Anne, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's crazy. Yeah, I figured we could use a laugh. Can you imagine? Yeah. No, I've never been asked if I have G cups before. Oh, thank you. Very kind. Hi, Emlyn. How are you? Nice to see you. Hi, Sarah. All right, let's get into it. Yes, I know today's Mish's day. I sent her a message the other day, so I hope she's well. Lowercase g. Oh, I don't know about lower uppercase, but I mean, David, I didn't think I don't think it. I didn't think that it looked like I have G's. But I mean, hey, you know. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Gina. I'm well, thank you. How are you? No, I know I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't. But I mean, you know, don't you love social media for that? The purple jacket was very flattering. Maybe that's why. You know, everyone always says that the Define jacket, the Lululemon Define jacket is like a they call it a BBL jacket because it gives a certain silhouette, you know, and I've always found it to be very flattering on me, but I wouldn't say to the point of geez, you know, if anything, it would suppress a little bit, but never thought I'd be talking about this on social media. So let's take a look at what's going on in the energies. I am curious to know what you guys are feeling, or what is the current vibe. Ah, that's a good one, Keziah. That's a good one. Yeah, Mika, new Kelly content. I don't know about that. Oh, Terry, you feel attention today. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? It is tough. Well, let's pull some cards. Let's see what's going on. Hi, Peter. I can blame the Sag for shenanigans. There you go. All good. Oh, thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate it. You feel anxious, Katie. Yeah. You feel relaxed and calm? I mean, I had a very crazy morning of back and forth things happening, but it did calm as the day went on. You feel a little unsure today? Well, let's take a look. Let's see what's going on. Currently, we have here the High Priestess and Ace of Wands. You feel stressed. That's tough, Peter. That's tough. I'm sending you positive vibes. Yeah, you felt this morning was off, Jessica? Yeah. Yeah. You've been tense, but on the upside creative. Okay. So the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands. High Priestess is about getting information as you ascend, and maybe your creativity, speaking of creativity, is getting heightened a little bit, you know? Internet has been acting up for days at work. Mercury retrograde. Yeah, we're not in Mercury retro yet, but we're getting there. And you can feel the glitches. You can feel the miscommunications. Has anybody had anybody come back? Anybody message? Nervous and confused? Okay, no problem. Take care. Let's see. With that energy, we have the Chariot, Cancerian energy. Well, we are in Cancer season. Full moon in Capricorn, I would say that the energy would be tense because the moon is not necessarily comfortable. Hi, Shannon. Thank you. The moon is not necessarily comfortable in Capricorn, right? And at the same time, we are goal oriented, but we got to find balance. Like, yes, it's time to achieve, but you don't have to force anything. And I think that's the issue right now, is that we have to be very careful with trying to force anything. Yeah, it's tough, Anne, for sure. But fighting isn't going to help anything, right? It's pick your battles wisely at this time, especially if he's not doing well. You need a new job and your other half just bought a boat. Yeah, Katie, that's tough because you want to be on the same page, right? Yeah, you find that communication's been shady? Yeah, it's been tough. You had someone from your past reach out, but then ghosted. Yeah, there's a lot of ghosting energy. There really is. Hi, Will. How are you? You just lost your job. I'm sorry to hear that. And that's all you can do, Matt, is just do the best you can. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. You want to separate from your boyfriend. He doesn't want to. You're afraid to tell him. You have to do what's best for you. You have to do what's best for you. Let's see what else we need to know. Steph, what's new? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Sherry. Your mom passed away from cancer. Or did I read that the wrong way? You want to divorce your husband but won't let it happen. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks, Kat. You understand that as a cat moon. Yeah. Exactly. Cancer is the opposite on the axis. That's right. Take care. So there's the energy of feeling distance. How many of you feel like you're just detached right now? Very distant. I've seen it in the cards a lot today. There's a lot of detachment, like maybe even feeling a bit numb. So much to be thankful for and so much to worry about. Yes, I totally get it. But that's what I was saying yesterday. You can't control everything in the world, but you can control you. Yeah. There's a bit of detachment, a bit of numbness, you know? And that doesn't make things easy at all. So let's take a look at the potential or the challenge. You feel lost in your own life. I'm sorry to hear that. That's always about sparking new energy. Got to find something. So the potential or challenge is the Devil card, Capricorn energy, which makes sense because Capricorn is the full moon, but it's also about restrictions. Like a lot of us are feeling restricted and held back and needing to just let go. You know, I think that's the common denominator against or about everything right now. It's like letting go. Why are people fighting so much to hold on when in reality we need to let go of old stories and narratives and things that no longer serve us? That's funny. Cassie, that's funny. Yeah, the only thing is though, Anne, is that if we avoid things, it just creeps up later, you know? Yeah, Kat just said very much an it is what it is kind of vibe. You've been seeing a lot the Devil card, me too. And the Moon card, for sure. For sure. Let's see what else we need to know today. So restrictions, addictions, codependency, and what else? Thank you, Liana. Ah, the phoenix rising from the ashes. You know, look, there's a death and a rebirth happening, and it's painful. I mentioned it in a video the other day. It's like the caterpillar going into the cocoon. It thinks that it's dying, but it's going to come out a beautiful butterfly. It's growing pains, you know? Hi, Debbie. How are you? And with this, what else do we need to know? Are you guarded or are you vulnerable? And it's so hard to be vulnerable. It's so hard to be open, but sometimes I think to myself, like, what choice do we have? You got to keep moving on. Hi, Shazad. How are you? Hi, Diane. I'm well, thank you. How are you? But I do get the sense of sadness in the air, grief in the air, change is happening. There's a shift. It's uncomfortable. But again, what choice do we have than to move forward? What should we focus on today? Shifting. Don't fight the shift, right? This is growth, expansion, and good luck. There's change happening. So, I don't know. Hi, Mike. How are you? Hi, Ashok. How are you? We're doing a general collective reading, Rashida. Vulnerability is the new hermit. You're trying to spark new energy. That's the key. Always spark new energy. Try something new. Do something outside of your comfort zone. The book. The problem is that there's nostalgia and people are thinking about the past and old stories. But remember, there are more chapters to be written, more pages in that book. You have to look forward to new things, be open to new things, be excited about something. That's the key, right? What excites you? I think there's this romanticization of the past, and this is where it gets tricky because it makes us want to stay backwards when in reality we can't do that because we can't change the past. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Anne. I'm glad to hear that. Send her our love. I'm well, thank you. Hi, Phil. How are you? And here is forming a structure or a new foundation. That's what we're doing right now. That's why it's like these growing pains. That's why it hurts. Because we're basically building a new foundation. And again, you're not starting at zero. You're starting with knowledge you didn't have before. Exactly. Nick just said, I feel like I've had to surrender a dream in exchange for a new one. New life will cost you your old one. Yes, that's what it is. And this is the thing. The universe gives us what we need, not necessarily what we want. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Anne. Thanks for the update. When your low nature often gives you gifts if you're aware enough to see them. Tonight is a beautiful moonrise. Yeah, it is, because I for sure. Interesting. So let's take a look at the recent past. Let's see. What do we need to know about the recent past? Six of Swords. We just want peace. We just want peace in our life. We don't want any trouble. We don't want any difficulty. We don't want drama. We don't want to feel sad anymore, you know? Oh, oh my goodness. You know what? It's like this light, pardon the close-up here. This light is just a pain in the rear lately. Yeah, amen to that. We want peace. Yeah, it's a general collective reading. Oh, there, see, it's going to go again. Unbelievable right now. Glitches, right? Hold on, I just got something that I have to look at. Yeah, I just got a text message about something. Remember I was saying about earlier today, it was like back and forth for something. And I just got the text message that said, okay, it's all good. And it has been this back and forth, this miscommunication, this like weirdness all day about something, a business matter. And now I just got the message that said it's all good. So, man, this energy can't decide. I'm throwing things and getting up close and personal. Absolutely. Yeah, you just messaged somebody saying today you want peace. There you go. Hi, Bunny. How are you? You'll take your peace with a side of peace. I hear you. Hi, Henry. Nice to see you. What's new? All right. Let's take a look at what else we need to know. I'm well, thank you. How are you? So Six of Swords, things have been complicated. That's why we want peace, right? We're tired. We're tired of the old. That's why I say, are you in the old or are you in the new? You want to be in the new. Hi, Martin. How are you? Okay, so recent past. Oh, the comfort zone. And you know, I hate this card because it looks like she has saran wrap on her face. It just looks so gross and uncomfortable. But anyways, comfort zone. I always say, if the comfort zone's so comfortable, why do we want to leave it? Hi, Frederick. How are things in Sweden today? All right, let's take a look at the strength position. The Hierophant. I've seen that card a lot as well. We've got to take the methodical steps. Slowly but surely, we've got to make some moves, even when it's difficult. We're in the process of arrival. Baby steps. There you go. There's the confirmation. Hi, Bloomy. Hi, Brandon. How are things in Africa? Self-worth. Do you believe in yourself? The confidence needs to be gained step by step and day by day. You know? All right, let's take a look at the near future. What do we need to know? What's coming up? Nine of Wands. Oh, you got to push through the wounds. The wounded warrior. Oh, you're welcome, Sherry. Thank you. Yeah, it's very slow-moving energy. I know, and that's why, Nick, pardon me while I roll my eyes, trust the process. Trust the process, Kelly, as I always say. It's that energy. It's slow, and it's meant to be slow to force us to learn patience, you know? It's this thing that is teaching us how to find ourselves again. We think we find it in other people, but really, it's not the other person. We find ourselves throughout the whole thing. Because that's the only thing that will try to convince us to make the moves, is if we think it's for somebody else, or we think it's for love, or we think it's for a relationship, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't do it. Oh, amazing, Em. Yes, sending you positive vibes for your job interview. So here we have the things will unfold. It's going to be okay. There you go. There's another example of patience. You know, right now it's a matter of letting things happen the way they're supposed to happen. But always sparking new energy for yourself, not forcing other things in your life, just doing what you got to do. Yeah, I was just saying this yesterday, Steph. I was like, I wouldn't go back 6 months ago. I wouldn't go back to a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Not at all. And in the near future, look, masculine energy, make some moves. Make some moves. I was just saying to somebody today, and I'll remind you again, being in a masculine energy is not a bad thing if it's for your personal growth and evolution. If you're trying to force a relationship or make something happen the way you want it to, without considering another person's wishes, that's the issue. Like, the issue is you need to focus on your dreams, your goals, your evolution. If not, you're just trying to fill somebody else's cup versus your own, or you're trying to force something for your own benefit. Hi, Anne. So yeah, you know, it's okay to pursue your own goals and dreams. Yeah, sometimes a change of energy is good, Christine. Absolutely. So let's see. Suggested approach. The Hermit. Oh, so many of you want to isolate yourself right now. But my advice to you is it's not Hermit energy that you need, isolation. It's you've got to decide what you want. That's what it is. What do you want? You know? What do you want? You have to be clear. And the Dolphins is asking for peace. There you go. There's more peace, joy, and fun. Have fun in your life. Do something that brings you joy. You know, introspection is fine, Nick. There's nothing wrong with introspection. But I think it's when we linger too long in isolation, you know? And there was a honk outside. I don't know if you guys could hear it. But, you know, it's just basically saying effective communication. You have to be very clear with yourself and very clear with the universe. You just posted that? Makes sense? Okay, let's see what else do we need to know. What else is the suggested approach? Aha, make a decision. Are you in the old or are you in the new? You can't make that up. You got a new grant for something, Anne? That's amazing. But see, Martin, that whole journey is not about the other person. That whole journey is about you. And the reason why we obsessively think about that person is because it's trying to highlight to us what we need to change or what we need to do to move ourselves forward. You've been in hermit mode since August. Yeah, it's hard. But now you're coming out of your shell, Mike. That's the most important thing. Okay, let's take a look at what we need to know. Will you be happier when you move? So I say this to you with love, Christine, and I say this to people very often, and I've been saying it for years. If you're asking will, it's a question word, which means you doubt yourself. That means you're in lack of that happiness. You have to act like you already have it. I am happy. I am is a power statement. The second you ask questions, and I'm not criticizing anybody for asking questions, but question words bring doubt. Oh, you're tired, Blue. Okay, I understand. No, so we're doing just a general collective reading. Yes, I did get my hair done. I got my hair cut and my blonde redone, which always feels so good. So what do we need to know? The Hanged Man. Well, that's been the energy the last few days. It's been this neither nor kind of energy, like looking for clarity, looking for answers, trying to figure something out. But thank you. But the problem is that when we're always trying to figure out the who, what, when, where, why, and how, speaking of question words, it throws the nervous system into a tizzy where there are some things you're just not going to have an answer for. And the more you rack your brain about it, hi, Gaurav, um, the more you rack your brains about it, the more it's going to cause you problems. Because sometimes there isn't an explanation. It just is what it is. And I hate saying that, but we talked about that earlier today. There's nothing you can do. And I think we're always searching for solutions, and that's fine. But the nervous system goes into absolute chaos when you're constantly trying to find a solution to something that may not have a solution right now. That doesn't mean it never will. It just means you have to let it go and trust the process and let it unfold. Yeah, acceptance and or sacrificing something to move forward. Yes. Hi, Karen. How are things in Ireland? I totally get it, Sarah. You want your health restored. Health is something people take for granted all the time. So the hangman energy, what do we need to know? Yeah, there's the island. See, this is the thing. It's almost like there's this feeling of isolation. And if you've been in isolation, you've got to take yourself out of that. You've got to make a decision of some kind. You've got to spark something new. So let's see. What else do we need to know? Wish fulfillment. What do you wish for? What is the quickest way to change your negative attitude to positive attitude? Well, gratitude. What are you thankful for? And also sparking new energy, doing things that bring you joy, new experiences, new people, new hobbies, new places. In order to change something, something actually has to change. Otherwise, nothing changes, right? So let's take a look at the hope and or fear. Yeah, you have to change your mindset, but your mindset doesn't change overnight. It requires new experiences, new connections. Yeah, gratitude for small things. I think a lot of people are feeling a bit depressed because of the full moon and changes happening. And I think people have a hard time letting go, you know? Increased vibration, laughing. Watching things that make you laugh, do things that make you feel good, that give you some fun in your life. So the hope and or fear, Seven of Swords, authenticity. Somebody's afraid of being lied to or deceived, you know? The hope is for truth, but not everybody can handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Sorry, old movie. But not everybody can. Yeah, funny pet videos for you. Yeah, I like watching pet videos too. I mean, I've got some crazy cats here in my home. They're always making me laugh. And there's the whip. We don't want to go around and around and around repeating old patterns. We want new energy. Again, nothing changes if nothing changes, you know? If you're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, we know that's the definition of insanity. Hi, Veronica. I'm well, thank you. How are you? You're tired of being lied to. So, Melly, that requires boundaries. And that's what it comes down to. Nice, Steph. Yeah, watch a show. Absolutely. Watch something that makes you laugh, gives you a good feeling. And the hope is that we're going to have assistance, right? Signs, synchronicities, just guidance to help nudge us forward a little bit, you know? That and the sights coming from my kitchen window. Nick's referring to an old story when I first moved in here. These neighbors don't live here anymore, but at one point there were some pretty interesting things in my view that I wasn't anticipating seeing. And it's funny, Melissa and I were talking about the movie Rear Window yesterday, because I do enjoy Hitchcock movies, and definitely Rear Window. And I find that my kitchen window is not my rear window, but it certainly has a view. It certainly has a view. Thank you. Well, you know, I used to have a neighbor who doesn't live here anymore. Don't get excited. That would like bend over in the driveway, showing everything from behind. He didn't even care. Like it would be like, and of course you might say to yourself, Kelly, why are you looking out your window? It's not that I'm standing there staring out my window. My window just happens to have the best view on my street. Meaning, well, if you want to call it the best view, it sees everything. Like I'm located. Hi, Suzette, how are you? It's like you can see everything. And so I go to the fridge and it's like I'm looking out my window because I have a very large, like 3-window kitchen. Basically the whole wall is the window. Yeah, plumber's crack. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I've seen quite a bit in this window. Oh my goodness, Veronica, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about your brother. Unexpectedly. 57, so young. Veronica, my condolences. Was he picking up his paper in the AM? No, he was not. I think he was washing his car. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Yes, I've been thinking about you, Suzette. I hope everything's well. I know you're going through some change. Some people, you know what? Some people, they don't mind. They don't mind, showing everybody. I wasn't anticipating. When I tell you I see things, it's. I don't know how I ended up moving into this particular location like this, but yeah, you can see everything. Condolences, Veronica, from Instagram. Let's take a look at the probable outcome. Let's see what's going on. Probable outcome. Thank you, Raymond. I appreciate it. Ace of Swords, truth and clarity. It's coming. There's truth coming, and you can almost like feel it, Ace of Cups. I doubled it. I was like, we're gonna push it. Yeah, Suzette and Mike said, I'm sorry, Veronica. We're really sorry for your loss. That's very hard with a sibling especially. Look at this, Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups. New emotional beginnings, new creativity. So there is a positive side to this. There is good that can come from change and new beginnings. The Bear. Cat, it's your card. Large, hairy, affluent, and muscular. Well, well, well. It says here benefits. So there are some benefits coming in. There are some benefits. Yeah, lots of condolences to you, Veronica. You think I'm the one, like, you think I, like in Rear Window, it's me? No, I don't stand there and stare out my window. I just can't help it. When I walk past, I see, even sitting here right now, this is just to give you an insight. If I turn to my right, because this is my right, again, my whole front wall is window. So I can see out of this window, technically, right? So I can't help it. Actually, I have all windows. My back is all windows, but nobody lives behind me. So I don't have anything to worry about there. Isn't anybody seeing me or me seeing them, right? No, well, yes and no, Veronica. I'll tell you something funny though. Yes and no, because I've tested it with a former neighbor of mine. Because there is a home that's kind of just off to the side, but it's across from me, and we tested this. Believe it or not, they can't totally see in. You got to also remember, windows are tinted in general, right? I just happen to see everything outside very, very well, but from the driveway, they can't see up into my place. Yeah, no, I can't imagine that. No gardening in in that capacity. In Scotland, there are no tinted windows. There you go. Kitchen windows, Virgo TV. Oh gosh. You have no idea. All right, well, there's the man. Probable outcome. Moving forward. Maybe this is you or someone you're dealing with, but there's definitely a masculine energy of moving forward. And let's take our last couple cards here. And we have karma, balance, and justice. We want equal giving and receiving. Yeah, about time. I hear you, Nick. Confusion and illusions. Well, we've got to see things clearly and use discernment. Remember, you marry potential, you divorce reality. Yeah, Sarah sending love to Veronica from YouTube. Oh, thank you. Nero, thank you. Equal giving and receiving. Yeah, Dana said condolences. Jennifer, condolences to you as well. Maybe those are some Scorpio sunglasses? Maybe. You know those Scorpios. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Ahmed. How are you? So what are the plans for the rest of the day, everybody? If you're feeling a little bit down, I would suggest doing something to raise your spirits. Watch something funny, relax, read a book, watch a show, take a salt bath. Don't be scared of cards, cool? Cards are not going to tell you bad things. They're just going to tell you your energy and how to push through. Brandon in Africa says condolences as well. Your brother was a Scorpio too? Really? Aw. You guys shared that bond, that Scorpio bond. Thank you, Chandra. I appreciate it. Yeah, eat good food. Listen to good music. Dance around in your kitchen. You know? You're welcome. Making breakfast for dinner and then getting back into American Horror Story Season 2. Nice. I do them, I do them on Zoom, or I record them and send links. It all depends on what someone prefers. But I do in-person readings, yes, on Zoom. Well, my friends, I'm just tidying up my cards here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I know that this is a tough energy, but again, be very kind to yourself during this full moon. Be kind to yourself every day if you can, right? You're welcome. Thanks, because I appreciate it. Oh, you're going to go sit in the hot tub? That sounds wonderful. Enjoy. Thanks, Nick. I'm well, Nicholas. Thank you. For me, Suzette, they're good. I've just been really busy, but everything is good. No complaints. I will, Steph. Thank you so much. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful birthday. Tarot is very sweet, Suzette. He is such a, oh my gosh, it's so funny. He's very much sent by Jimmy. Very much sent by Jimmy. Exactly, Frederick. Yes, I try to be kind to myself as much as I possibly can, right? What are my plans? I need to eat. I want to make some dinner. I don't know what I'm going to have yet. I have a little bit of tidying up. Oh, today's garbage day. You know how I feel about garbage day. Oh, hate garbage day. Alyssa, I know. Guess what, Alyssa? I'll be back next year. I'm going to be back. But like, back every day. Just for the year though. So you'll see me. I'll there was a position. Yes, I appreciate it. I'm excited to see you. There was a position that opened up and they needed somebody to fill it, and I'm gonna fill that position. So I will be seeing you. It's your last year at the school? I'm all so perfect. Definitely. I mean, I don't think you're in, I don't think you take, I don't know, do you take French? But that's what I'll be doing. I'll be teaching French. And you and I talked about this. I didn't even know if I was gonna be ever back full time, just for a short time. It's not forever, but just for the next 10 months. You have a busy day today, Angela? You stopped in grade 10. That's okay though. But we'll see each other because, like I said, now I'm gonna be there every day for the next while. You took French? Yeah, I was a French teacher for, oh my goodness, forever, all of my career. And so I'll be back for a short period of time to teach, and then we'll see what happens beyond that. But for now, it's just short term. You think Karma has a crush on Taro? They're best kitty friends, Dana. They're best kitty friends. The way she like grabs him and the way he wrestles her, the two of them are just like so sweet together. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. Annie, we just did a general collective reading. Well, everybody, I better get going. Si c'est pour toi, c'est pour toi. Oui. Absolutely. If it's meant for you, if it's for you, it's for you, right? Yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine saying that at school? Yeah, they were made for each other, Suzette, for sure. The way she looks at him and gives him the highest place, the cat. I know, he takes over and he pushes her out of the food bowl as well, because they each have their own bowl. Actually, he took her spot just now. Actually, I can see them. He took her spot in the top of the kitty condo, and she's now in the old kitty condo, because I never threw away the old one. I kept it. So, no, Pandy's good. Pandy's not jealous. Pandy doesn't want to wrestle and run around, you know. Bye, Tara. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, me too, Veronica. Again, I'm sending you so much love. I know it's a difficult time. Thank you, Melly. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate the kindness. Taro's in the kitty penthouse. He moved on. He moved on up. He's living his best life. I tell him every day. I'm like, you're living your best life. Thank you, Suzette. You too. You too. All right, I better go. Thanks, Dana. You too. I appreciate it. All right. So, IG, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And we'll talk soon. Bye. Okay, YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate my moderators for helping. I'll talk to you all very soon.